highly recommend it. But the biggest thing I recommend is make the calls. When the lead comes across your app on your phone, if you can, stop what you're doing and reach out. They just filled out that questionnaire seconds ago, and I'm having the best luck now with making sure that I am engaging within that first 30 seconds. Well, as Victor said, I am Brian King. I've been a part of Meskula, I believe this is my 8th month now. And so far, I have had 1 listing, and I've had 8 in-home appointments, which 7 of those seem that they will turn into actual listings over the course of the next 3 to 4 months. To be honest, I wasn't looking. I believe I saw Meskula on Facebook, and then I just started doing a little bit of research. And I think I put my information in there and then got a phone call. I think that's how it works. To tell you the truth, Victor, I don't remember the beginning of the process. I know that I had a phone call and I seemed interested, and there was a 6-month deal going on to kind of check it out. So I decided that my business was a little slower than it needed to be. And why not just go ahead and invest some money on myself and take a chance on myself? So I'd signed up for 6 months. And at the beginning, I think day 1, I got 8 or 9 leads, and I had just gotten started. So I barely got into the university. I hadn't even been able to get on one of the weekly calls. So I was kind of just tossed in real quick. I was very uncomfortable and did not really understand the process. So as I began to get into the university, obviously the leads are still coming in. Probably within the first month, there was over 30. So it was very fast. I wish that I had taken the time or had the time to had gone through the university and taken on maybe 5 or 6 of the weekly calls, because as you start to get into this and start to better understand that you are getting a seller lead, not a buyer lead, and sometimes the sellers don't exactly know that they want to sell, or that there's an opportunity for them to sell because they have no idea what the equity is in their property. It is a bigger challenge as people think that they're unsure of exactly what they want or what they're looking for when they fill out the questionnaire sometimes. I guess I was more like taking a chance due to the fact that business was slow and I had a little bit of extra money. And at that time, I think Meskula was offering, if you don't double your money back, there was some sort of guarantee of just getting your money back. So I figured, why not take a chance? And then, like I said, as the leads started coming in, and I would verify them on the tax records and see that they were actual homeowners, and then getting voicemails and really understanding that, these are actual, like, real leads. These are real people, and they took the time to fill out this questionnaire. So at some point in time, they either want to know what their equity is, or they're thinking about selling, or maybe not until the near future selling.
Have you invested into other lead generation companies?
So a couple back in the day, I did some where they were all buyer leads, but the legitimacy of those buyer leads were, man, I want to say sometimes under 5%. You get 100 leads and 4 of them have an active email or the phone number actually works and you connect with that person. So things like that I get discouraged on. I don't have a lot of time to be wasting on dead leads. The one thing about Meskula is at this point, I'm 8 months in, I have over 200 leads. They started coming really fast and I wasn't prepared. So what ended up happening was couple of weeks back, I went through all the leads and went through the tax records to see what activity may or may not have taken place with those leads over the course of the time. And there were 17 that either were under contract, were listed in the MLS as coming soon, or were actively listed or had closed. So that drove me even further into this, knowing that because of my lack of engagement, because of the amount of leads, that I'd lost 17 opportunities. Whether or not I would have gotten the listing or not doesn't really matter. I would have had the opportunity to at least have a conversation and possibly be able to get them to allow me to come for a listing appointment. I'm a fan of the program. Like I said, I just renewed for an entire year.
Yeah,
And
geez.
in that, so the difference between the first 6 months and these last 2 months, the first 6 months, I was tentative. I allowed people to kind of bully me off the phone when it wasn't really necessary, just because I didn't want to seem like I was pushy or needy or anything like that. But after time, some of these contacts from that signed up in April came back in late August, early September, and they just reappeared, and then were super interested. So I feel like if you keep engaging with these people that say that they're not interested right now, eventually they will remember your name, and they will come back and ask you for information or to see if you were still interested in helping them. The breakthrough with me happened just from going back through the university and looking at the scripts, reading the scripts, knowing how to combat a rejection comment from the potential seller at any given time. Listen, the most important thing for me was the weekly calls, because there's people like me sitting there with questions. Oh, I called Mrs. Smith, and Mrs. Smith said she did not fill out this questionnaire, and well, how did I get her information? And the people on the panel, or even people like me, respond with similar situations, and you the repetition of hearing these rebuttal scripts from these leads that say that they're not interested has helped me get them to re-engage through open-ended questions, through vague responses, through not mentioning that I'm actually a realtor, more that I'm just somebody that's there to supply them with information that they obviously have asked for. I've decided to even double down on the investment on myself, and I've brought along another agent, and she is now working with me side by side on these leads, uh, engagement every day. I say engagement every day. There's days that I don't engage because there's other things going on in other parts of my business that I need to take care of. So between my partner and I now, I feel like we will be engaging every day. So trying to go back and rework, some of these 200 leads back over time, because obviously they were interested at some point, and they are still in contact and haven't what I call pull the plug and said that they're not interested in getting this information anymore. So hopefully between the two of us, we'll be able to do much better and get a lot more in-person appointments. I will be earning extra money due to the fact that she will be part of the team. And the goal that we have is to get 3 more transactions done, which would pay for that whole year worth of Meskula, and buy another territory, and hire another person to work the leads. And the goal would be to have 4 territories, my partner and I, with 4 sub agents below us working the leads, and us supervising and collecting checks. I'm paying for the Meskula. I'm paying for the lead generation. They're my leads. without those, you wouldn't have the business. So obviously, there's got to be some sort of split in there.
Yeah.
With the lady Daisy I just brought on, our goal is to get her to 50-50 split, buy another territory, and now we're 50-50 total. Oh, I highly recommend it. But the biggest thing I recommend is make the calls. When the lead comes across your app on your phone, if you can, stop what you're doing and reach out. They just filled out that questionnaire seconds ago. And I'm having the best luck now with making sure that I am engaging within that first 30 seconds. People are responsive, they're active, they can't have time to, oh, I forgot that I filled that out, I'm no longer interested. Like it just happened. And like I said, the amount of engagement that way, that's the that is the what has made the difference for me from month 6 to month 8 is that 30-second initial engagement. That is what's gotten me to have the 7 in-home appointments that I'm just waiting for to see if I'm the agent that's been picked to list the house.